common thing I come across is people that have sort of started to be aware of getting a horse to follow a rein with its thoughts and letting go of a strong thought through following a rein, which is all good and well if it happens. Um, but there's two things you've got to think about in horses is they have to let go of an emotion as well in a rein. Not especially if the horse has got strong thoughts and strong emotions. So um, an example is a horse is going, I'm worried, I'm worried, I'm worried, I'm thinking right, I'm thinking right, I'm thinking right. You pick up a left rein, it goes, I'm thinking left, I'm thinking left, I'm thinking left. You pick up a right rein and go, I'm thinking right, I'm thinking right, I'm going this way. But it's just kind of rushing and not, so those horses that hold the rein longer until they think into the direction of the rein, and then I'd slow them down and say, now soften and just think ahead just a couple of meters into the direction of this rein and process this softly. So they fully let go of a strong emotion and they go, oh, I've just relaxed and I'm following that rein. So that's a hot, worried horse that's going left thought, right thought. They're everywhere, but they haven't changed their emotion. So that they've changed the direction of their thought, but they haven't changed their emotion. So some horses will click onto the idea of a rein with their thought, but as soon as you loosen it, they've still got a stronger desire to be back at a magnet. So they hook back onto the magnet where they're thinking as soon as you let off the rein. So you correct them by trying to sort of say, hey, steer, let go of that. But I think somewhere along the way, you've got to figure out how you can keep your horse on the turn for longer, practice it in the yards, whatever, until you feel it use its hindquarter, soften its body, soften its mind, and go, I'm stepping into here. Because I think your horse is getting kind of like a long thought turn, not a coming back into itself and turning here and letting go of all that big space around it, bringing it back into the small space around it in its mind, not the big space out there. So basically, you've got to hold the rein long enough to get the horse out of that big, long thought back into a short here thought, which is step into here softly, almost like it's going to step on an obstacle or, oh, crikey, there's something on the ground. I don't want to put my foot on that. That's how close you want their thoughts to come back. And then you let them out. And if you feel them just leave and stretch out their thoughts again, you might pick up that rein again and say, no, I don't want you to leave. I want you to walk out quietly and with me, not just destinate every time you go out. And a lot of horses see that loose rein cue as a cue to leave. So it means you've got to maybe practice hanging in there longer, maybe get a better backup too. So when you do your open rein turns, if you've got a really good backup on your horses can draw back, when you lean that rein back as you open the rein, you bring it back and open the rein, they'll kind of rock back, look and go step into here. So that means you're going to have more power in that rein to let go of the thought, but also let go of a strong worried emotion, get them to soften a little bit, use their body and have that short thought that's in your space, not out of your space out there somewhere. I think that's the most important thing. And just thinking about the way she gazes and looks off. I had a horse at a clinic some time ago and I remember sort of explaining to people, see her gazing. I don't know what it was. It might have been Jenny on a walk or the cattle over the hill or something. And she's just like staring at them like that. I'm like, so because I'd picked up the rein, I'm not going to let her stare at that and just let her process that. So I didn't let her process what she had to look at, what she thought she had to look at. So she was staring and I just said, no, let go. When I saw her let go of it and she softened and she went blink, blink. Oh, yep, righto, I'm here. Then I said, now have another look. And I just pulled the rein and said, now look back over there. And she looked, she processed it, she blinked, and then she said, done that now, and came back. Now, when she was in that hyper-focused sort of gazy state, she wasn't processing anything correctly. So when I got her to let go and soften, she started to process a lot better. So, I think you just want to think about that as well.